This is not a scuba tank. Welcome back to the channel. This was not going to be a full-featured in-depth review of a lens. In fact, it's just going to be a whole bunch of shots of stuff with the Sony G-Series 200-600 telephoto lens nailed up to an a7S III. Why? Well, because I couldn't find a single piece of video out there with this combination. Maybe that'll make it a niche video and the royalties will start pouring in. That was the plan. The lens needs to be nailed up to the a7S III, go out, shoot stuff, shoot birds, shoot trains, shoot boats, just the usual suspects. Somehow the moon got in the way, and well, a trick. Put the lens on the a6500 and suddenly a 200-600 lens turns into something like a 950 millimeter, and you can get the gnat's butt at 1,000 yards. How's that for useless? So on an a7S III, you're dealing with a full frame camera and the lens is 200-600 millimeters. On an a6500, it's an APS-C camera, and the lens goes to something like 950, which is a crazy crop factor zoom techno thing, and suddenly it's out of control, just like everything else. This lens is not for casual work either. In fact, you may not have noticed, but it's not little. It won't fit into just about any camera bag, and it certainly won't fit into any camera bag that I have. So here's the setup at the Walker Yards in Edmonton. We have the a7S III with the 200-600, the Deity microphone, and the Ninja V recording through the HDMI port. For perspective, I use the cell phone, since the majority of the free world seems to think, if you listen to the advertising, that the cell phone has a way better camera than anything else, including other cell phones. And you don't need all this junk. Okay. And since life is a learning journey, I learned something here. The first thing I learned is the lens is no good for vlogging. You're so far away that you can't see the monitor, and 100 yards away where you need to be to use this thing for vlogging, you can't see the monitor. And guess what? The microphone is attached to the cage around the camera. And if you're 1,000 yards away, what good is the microphone? This was an interesting time. I had fun with this lens, but would I buy it? Probably not. It's a little bit too large, it's a little bit too heavy, and it's unwieldy for the kind of stuff that I do. But hey, It was fun. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you liked it. Leave a like if you liked it. And hey, if you didn't like it, leave a comment anyway. We can always do things differently or better.